Keen Gaming, Fnatic. It is time to talk shop because game number 1 of this best of 3 Alpha Bracket Finals is about to kick off here. Whew, I'm excited. I hope that these two teams are going to bring so much aggression. Lizard, you already mentioned it. These two teams have been playing out of their minds.
They have been playing out of their minds, and honestly, Fnatic, let's be honest, they won versus VP 2-0, so they faced some tougher opponents that Keen Gaming has. But Keen Gaming, they did their homework. Look at the bans. First ban, Shadow Shaman. Like DJ, you're not touching that hero. You're not getting even close to him. Fnatic at the same time, they ban out the Razor, they ban out the Chen. Two heroes that Keen has played in the major.
And we didn't talk too much about the CORSAIr coming out from Fnatic, though, and that has been a game-changing hero for a lot of teams, but especially in their hands. Unbelievable hero, so not at all surprised about that first phase ban there.
They brought it into the meta. Go back to last DPC season when it was first added to Captain's Mode. Ice. He's the original Pengo player.
Yep, we've seen it banned out against them quite often. And with that ban of the Lifestealer, it means that Enigma is still in the pool. Keen, however, have first pick, so perhaps they want to snatch that, but otherwise I wouldn't be surprised to see it picked up for DJ on the side of Fnatic.
No, definitely. They love to first face that Enigma. It's not a problem for them to play that Enigma versus Rubik's, versus Banes, Vengeful's. They don't care because DJ, he can just go for the classic Crimson Greaves build, be tanky enough, bring that utility to his team that basically enables them to take down map control so early on. That's why Enigma is such a powerful position for right now.
Indeed. Well, we'll see if they have the gall to do it again. I mean, we've seen that Enigma get punished, though.
Yeah.
And first pick in it, I mean, it is absolutely one of the riskiest things you can do in your draft.
It's a bit greedier, yeah, and even more so when it's played as a 4 position.
Kotal. All right, we haven't seen him in a few days, but this hero has been banned out very often and is really strong still. Will-O-the-Wisp and the laning presence is really good with the Kotal.
Oh, the immediate answers in a sense to the
Exactly.
Kotal. Jug, Nyx, heroes that can punish him. Nyx can catch him. You've got the Carapace for Illuminate Jug. You've got the Blade Fury, the Spin to get rid of things like Blinding Light and still attack buildings through it. This is a good response.
Exactly. A very fine response by Fnatic. That Lifestealer was banned out. There aren't too many heroes that have built-in BKB. Jug is one of those. You pick him up, you have a way of dealing with the Will-O-the-Wisp.
And one of Keen's preferred carries is the Weaver, so Nyx is also going to be good if that does come out. Weaver is one of those heroes which could match up well against the Jug, good at killing Healing Ward, good at getting away from an Omni Slash, but it gets a little bit riskier now.
Well, one thing that we have seen a lot from this team is their aggressive plays. We've seen a lot of Major, but as Fnatic might have brought in Pango, I think Keen has really brought in that kind of get-in-your-face style, and there's Troll to back that style.
I mean, the Troll is that aggressive carry. It doesn't necessarily have to be. You can still itemize this hero to be that late-game potential carry with the Battle Fury early on. You can scale into the late game. But most importantly, in this matchup versus the Jug, you always have that ulti. If he Omni Slashes you, you just pop your ulti, you won't die, at least during that Omni Slash, and then you can turn. So a pretty good pickup by them here.
5 seconds remaining. Fnatic.
Interesting. There we go.
There we go.
The Enigma's out, so maybe they missed their chance for greatness, what they wanted to take.
It's game 1. I think it's quite a risky move to pick it in your first 2 because Keen Gaming can instantly respond. They can pick up the Rubik, they can pick up the Vengeful Spirit. Yeah, you can go this Aura build, but it does really tunnel you down that one direction.
Honestly, I can't really see this as a good ban because there's still a Nyx Assassin on the side of Fnatic. That hero, if he isn't played as 4, it doesn't really do a whole lot. But at the same time, you can play a 3 Enigma. You can play her on offlane, right?
We've seen 3 Nyx as well.
Yeah,
like
and 3 Nyx. So
I think those two as a 3-4 either way works just fine.
You don't like a Nyx Assassin as a 5 at all?
It's done by some teams, but not to huge success. I believe, was Liquid? No, Liquid was playing it on 4 as well. So Nyx 5 isn't really that great, in my opinion, at least.
What type of heroes do you like to see jabs on most? Like, what hero comes to mind?
One hero that they have banned out that I would like to see him on is Oracle, but they, that hero is out. Anything beefy that's going to help out this Juggernaut in the laning stage. Something like not really a popular opinion, but Grimstroke with Juggernaut still does fairly well. You can combo him later with some different heroes for Ice, such as Doom, which would not be too bad here.
Yeah, I really like that idea. I mean, bringing in a lot of that early game damage, a lot of that momentum in the early to mid game, and that's kind of Jug's wheelhouse right now in the meta. Really, really love this Slark ban, though. I mean, excuse me, Slardar.
Slardar. It's a different kind of fish. Different kind of fish.
Yeah. Please, I can tell the difference between fish, okay? I'm an educated man, but the Slardar is very interesting. I do like that a lot. We've been seeing him come up in this tournament as a response to kind of this like mid-game stuff, because he could just blow people up in the laning phase. So not surprised to see him banned out, kind of ensure that that momentum gets going.
I think something Fnatic have played on Jabs that I would like to see maybe is the Shadow Demon. It gives him a save. It's kind of like the similar idea of the Oracle, where you have a defensive support. But as it stands, a couple more bans before we'll get into those next couple picks.
Yeah, heroes that I have seen a lot being played. There we go, the Shadow Demon ban. Witch Doctor also still in the pool. Hero that has made pretty much a comeback in this major. Another hero that's still in the pool is Bane. Works pretty well versus the Troll Warlord, as you can just sleep him or grip him during his ultimate. Just leave him alone and ignore him.
So with that Shadow Demon banned out, we got one more headed on to you.
Yep. I thought, I'd solve the mystery. What's Jabs going to play? It's not Oracle, it's Shadow Demon, but the mystery remains.
Mysteries are good for Fnatic, man. You don't want to be too predictable. We've seen them get a lot of their comfort picks in their earlier games that they've been winning in. Here we go. Ursa banned out in the Wyvern.
All right, another hero that serves the same purpose versus Troll Warlord. You have two ways of saving your allies, either with the Cold Embrace or with your ultimate. You can just use that ultimate on the Troll once he pops his ultimate and completely prevent him from dealing any sort of damage. At the same time, is that position 5 that is always going to have farm. Always. Like, it's just the nature of the hero. Out pushes with Splinter Blast. Has also 90 gold talent on level 10, which is so huge for position 5s. It's so big for supports.
So these two teams are very big on the whole fighting thing, right? So we already have a keeper on the line on one side, which kind of is a lot of team fight. Do you feel like a Winter Wyvern next Assassin combination is enough to offset that and be a slightly balanced fight happening here?
It should be. I think Nyx is a hero that can hunt Coddle is great, and most importantly, to have a good hero to kill the Will-O-the-Wisp quickly. Jug can just instantly Blade Fury, hit the Will-O-Wisp, and they can then team fight where that was. If anything, I think Keen need more team fight.
Okay.
They get the puck.
Yeah, that is some team fight for sure.
Yeah, the silence really valuable this game, and you see this Wyvern come out. You don't want to go all in on physical damage. You have to have some way of punishing the Cold Embrace.
Yeah, keep in mind that Dream Coil as well can be procced by the Blinding Light if you knock heroes out of the Dream Coil.
Yeah. Do you think this is going to be something like a position 4 or 3 puck?
I don't think so. I think it's more likely they're mid, and I think they want to pick it up now, maybe because they're worried Fnatic's going to take it. They don't have the last pick of the draft, so they don't need to hide their mid by any means.
Right. Oh boy.
Ice just adores his hero, right? So it might be him, but it can be played on mid too.
All three of their players play.
The problem that I see in this puck is the fact that Fnatic, what did they do versus VP? They picked that TA versus the Shadow Fiend. Why wouldn't they do the same versus the puck? Like, the hero just crushes him on the lane, combos well with the rest of their heroes. He's a little bit greedy, honestly, after the Timber pick, but if they do realize that the puck is mid, they can just really take that TA and dominate that mid lane.
Well, we did see Keen win one of their games with a mid-puck, I do believe, earlier, and it was a very impressive show. I mean, he didn't spend too much time in the mid at all. Really got that farm and then started going absolutely bananas in all those other lanes. So, assuming that they can shut it down, like you're saying, I can certainly see that going the wrong way, but that's totally a comfort pick for Keen Gaming.
It is.
Yep.
And I think they're going to do great with it.
And last time they had a puck, they also had that Doom and a Keeper of the Light as well. So that's already 3 out of 5. It was against EG, and they crushed that game, so...
My boy Yeet, keep your eyes out.
What do you guys think about this Timber so, however? Like, I haven't seen this hero work at all in this major. Every single time he's picked, he's either completely controlled in the lane or just ignored, and he does nothing after the laning stage. I think it was... Who was it? Liquid that played it?
Well,
I think at least one game on Liquid.
Yeah.
But it's weird because it wasn't like they picked out a really good part of the draft. They only see the troll that is really good against here. Instantly, Doom gets snagged. There's Doom, Infernal Blade, very good at chipping away at Timbersaw and actually doing damage to him. Plus the last pick. It just feels like a hero picked up when it doesn't really counter Keen's draft.
They banned out Ursa just to make sure that he has a good laning stage, a good laning presence, but at the same time, there are some other heroes that can be picked up by Keen Gaming.
Dire team.
However, this is probably going to be the Ice 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 Timbersaw.
Yes.
Right? So you can say whatever you want, but at the same time, this Ice is Timber. I mean, you can make miracles happen. So sometimes you just have to go with what your heart's in.
Yeah, we saw it work against Virtus Pro for Fnatic, so they played that Timber and won with it.
A very rare success in this tournament for the hero. So
Yes.
yeah, if anyone can pull it
10
off.
seconds remaining.
It will be Ice Ice Ice.
One of the biggest things for Fnatic in the
5
draft
seconds
itself is that they have Abed, a guy that can play many of these sneaky heroes, your gotcha picks, your last pick material, right? So you have that Meepo there. And honestly, right now, this is looking like a fine Meepo game too.
Lizard.
They could last pick it.
Listen, I know you're a Meepo player, but you got to stop hyping up this Meepo, okay? There's been a week of this Meepo last pick that you've been telling me.
There's been some
It
Meepo
has-
bans.
They were
There have
bad.
been Meepo bans.
It doesn't even have to be picked. It's just the fact that you have a Meepo player in your team. It forces the enemy to think about it. They go with the Lion, all right.
Hell yeah.
So this puck is definitely mid. You can go for Meepo. You could go for a TA.
Which is the one for Kaka? I would imagine that it's a Dark Keeper of the Light.
The 4-position Lion is pretty nice now with the scaling Finger of Death. I think if you can get some farm on this hero, get a early Blink Aghanim's is amazing on
10
Lion.
seconds remaining.
We could well see a 4-position Lion.
I mean, he just fits perfectly in the meta
5
right now,
seconds
right?
remaining.
It's all about like securing that early game and then having these kind of big damage team fights later and cleaning up.
Lion is huge right now because a lot of these heroes with built-in BKB abilities are being played, and you have that insta-hex versus them. So you have a lot of catch versus the Nyxes versus the Juggernauts. So
That means also, by the way, that for the 5th time in a row, Dark will play the Keeper of the Light.
That's sad.
Nothing else.
That poor guy. Let him be free. Anyway, if there was ever going to be a game for the Meepo Lizard, this might be it. You've been hyping it up for so long.
I have not been hyping it up for longer
Is
than 30
Lion not
seconds.
pretty good
Come
for
on.
You've been hyping it up.
Nah, it's not that
It's
good.
not happening. I don't think this is a bad Meepo game, but I also don't think it's a good Meepo game personally. I think there's a lot of burst damage, and like even just picking this Lion makes it a lot harder to play Meepo.
I'm just gonna be talking about Meepo every single
Yeah,
draft from now. If Fnatic is in.
20 more seconds. Here we go.
Oh, Dragonite.
Wow.
This is the classic puck counter, at least the old one.
Yeah, not the TA, not the Meepo or anything like that. They pick something very stable, something that isn't greedy, because they have a little bit greedy lineup with the Timber and the Juggernaut. With the Dragonite, however, you have that healing ward that's going to be able to help you in these pushes.
All right, is that enough for you to sway you towards the side of Fnatic is the question.
Yeah, their lineup is actually looking really well. I believe DK is going to have a fun time on mid, and with the healing ward and Dragonite in front, I think they have way too much sustain for Keen Gaming.
All right, one for Fnatic. How about you, Gods?
I'm a big Fnatic fan, but I have to go with Keen's draft on this one. I think it's just a bit more well-rounded. They've got answers to the Timbersaw, who I don't think is going to have a great game, and we've seen Yi on this puck before just have an amazing game. So
true.
Keen Gaming.
When Dragonite got picked, we haven't seen him in months, and only one person in the crowd went, woo! And I feel exactly the same way.
Okay, that's still 3.
Come on, Dragonite fans. You were hiding. I feel the same way about it. I mean, it ain't the hypest hero. No. Everyone knows what he does, so I got to go for Keen Gaming. My boy Yeet.
I'm going to go for Keen Gaming as well. I'm sorry. I was already planning on that before,
all right.
So, you know, I was not swayed. I made up my own mind. And you can make up your own mind as well. Not in terms of who you think you can win. Well, you can do that too. But for the MVP vote, of course, hereby a reminder that you can vote for your MVP during that game. Here's the commands. It's all the names. You know the drill. We'll be expecting big things from you. And we're also going to expect big things from the teams, who will be commentated by Odie Pixel and Fogged.
Oh.
Thank you very much, Shiva. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Hello, Stockholm. It's Keen Gaming versus Fnatic, and I'm Odie Pixel, joined by Fog for this one. A lot of trust this game for Keen Gaming by the panel. They believe that they have the answer to the Ice 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 Timbersaw.
They do seem to have quite a lot of damage that can be able to go straight through that, right? Look at their physical damage on Keen. Who is it? It's just the troll. Everybody else gives a high amount of magical damage in order to burst through it. So they should be able to at least take down that Timber. The one thing I'm concerned is can they deal with this push that seems like it could come out from Fnatic. Looks like they could be going for this kind of timing. They take the 3 towers out, or they take the early towers out, and then they look to just keep progressing early on because they have this Juggernaut healing ward, and they have the Nyx who can set up versus the Coddle, who the Coddle is the majority of the deep push, the Coddle and the Puck, and Nyx is, Nyx likes playing versus both those to catch them at least in particular.
Oh, absolutely. One sort of spike carapace, and then the backup's going to be there. Suddenly the Dragon Knight's blinking in on top of the Coddle, and he's out of the team fight. He's not going to be there for the defense. So we'll see what sort of timings Fnatic's able to work towards, and yeah, if indeed Keen Gaming has the answers and the ways to make it so that old chicken can go off on his Troll Warlord. We'll see what sort of lane setups we have coming out from both sides at the moment. Keen Gaming sending 3 down bottom to secure these bottom runes.
Did you see that item build there by Old Chicken too? Well, that's a Orb of Venom on your carry to start off.
Okay, I guess I might be totally wrong here, but I want to say that if you throw it with the ranged axe, this change back to the melee form, you get the melee affected stronger slow.
You absolutely do. That's why we saw a couple games, I don't know here, but I saw a couple games of people trying out Troll Warlord support. I saw it actually work, 1 or 2 games.
Okay, well, we'll see how much that extra harassment's going to help. I can imagine sort of that Orb of Venom melee slow combined with then the axes. It gives a lot of chase down, and you have to be careful how close you actually get. And if there's any sort of time where you start to look to try and dive the troll, there's going to be that timing with the slows to allow backup to come in and turn the gank around. Yeah,
he might actually be able to try to set up for kills before this Timbersaw hits that level 3, right? That's the crucial one, where then Timber hits 3 and you can't actually push him out of lane. However, if they have Coddle with Chakra, as well as with Illuminate, and they have this extra slow, and they can connect all of their spells, you Chakra your troll, you get double axes, both of them. So you can refresh both of them and do a high increased amount of damage versus that Timber. So we'll see if they can.
Yeah, we'll see how well Ice and DJ can do up there. Obviously, Ice, one of the most formidable Timbersaw players in the game. We'll see if we can see another game where he can go off on the hero. Getting the faces of both of them with the Whirling Death. The other lanes, anything else that you feel we should look out for this mid lane? DK Puck, anything crazy going to happen here?
I think the Puck should win because just from the way he's been playing it, he's super aggressive, especially with the way he skills too. You see right away, he's not going to be going for the phase shift in this type of build. But I think he's a DK, so we've seen this matchup, I don't know, hundreds of times, and it ends up usually being the DK just even versus the Puck. But I think this Puck has a lot of experience in the matchup. So.
And then this bottom lane, at the moment, you're seeing the Jug. He's farming up against the Doom. Is he going to be all right down here, would you imagine? Sort of having the extra backup of the Winter Wyvern. They've got that sort of double heal at the point. He should be okay. He's not going to be bullied out of lane down bottom, is he?
Jug should be able to find it. Depends on which creep this Doom is able to find. And they actually did block both of the camps, which usually ends up being okay, actually, because you want to block that Radiant hard camp because of how abusive the pull that people do is constantly. So I think you have to do that one. He's actually not going to have a creep, and they're going to be able to put some pressure onto MP here just from that increased, just the right clicks that come out. Because Wyvern doesn't trade too well. Like Wyvern's attack range is pretty bad, same with the attack damage. So Jug should farm, but I think Doom's going to farm better.
We'll see at the moment. Nobody getting too far behind in CS in the first few waves. As the lanes, I imagine, is there any sort of chance you're going to see early ganks towards the mid? I guess DK is not really the tastiest or easiest of targets to look towards, and the same to be said for a Puck, right?
I'm not seeing much rotations probably happening in the laning phase at all. Just looking at the heroes that we have set up. Maybe if they see some type of dive play coming up, we could see like the Lion TP. As bottom. Kaka's getting aggressive, has boots.
He's getting slowed though by jabs. Splinter Blast comes out as well, and with the TP from DJ, he's there in time to make sure they have enough setup and catch to get that first blood. Also the bonus being that MP, he's the one to get the final touch with the Juggernaut.
So they're just going to leave the Timber top. Ice, who is already doing pretty well. I think they may have had that kill anyway, but DJ comes in just to secure it. And now it looks like they're going to do a tri lane. They want to be able to secure the Jug's farm. I think they were a little bit concerned that he's getting pressured a bit.
And Ice as this Timber now, he's sort of got the level 3.
Yep.
Should be fine to be left on his own in the solo lane.
Yep. So now it's going to be about how much efficiency can Keen do in this top lane. If they can't bully out the Timbersaw, it's, get your stacks going for your Coddle as much as possible so you can keep up that farm. And he's actually already started with the small camp stack at least.
Yeah, Dark able to make those pulls. And of course, Troll Warlord being one of those heroes that does not mind farming underneath the tower. Maybe it'll be a little scary though to do that sort of play once the levels are there on Ice. You can certainly expect early aggressive moves from the Timbersaw. Mid lane CS, 18 for 6 on Arbed, 16 for 6 on Dash. It's very close between these two.
Yeah, dead even. It's the usual matchup. I thought maybe Dash was going to be able to pull it ahead for himself, but no, this is the nature of the matchup. Is bottom.
And again, DJ is able to catch out Kaka with the stun. That'll allow MP to just chase him down with the Blade Fury. It's his second kill for this Juggernaut on the bottom lane. Fnatic making sure that MP, even though he might not be getting the best of CS, he is getting the kills. He will be chased down a little bit by Old 11, but he'll be fine. Puts the Mango even and make sure he can get that healing ward out. But yeah, a little slow on the CS, but getting your Jug 2 kills in the laning stage, you got to be happy if you're Fnatic.
Yeah, and actually, apologies. I thought they actually had blocked Keen on the bottom side. They actually had unblocked the camp, and now he actually is able to find a Satyr for Old 11 on this Doom. So the best creep possible on a Doom there.
He's able to walk around now with that 12 HP regen. So very, very beefy. Kaka, of course, the easy target on this bottom lane that Fnatic have found a couple of times now.
DJ's just stalking him constantly. He's setting up to try to prepare himself for that bounty rune too, but this is a great position for him to get the wraparound.
Kaka's got to be careful how far he goes forward. He is a very squishy target if one of the supports gets him. The Splinter Blast will be just out of range. And whoa, DJ actually uncharacteristic there. DJ totally wished the stun. And that will mean that Kaka can easily keep his distance and walk out of harm's way. In fact, a bit of a turn with the Infernal Blade down onto DJ. Another stun from Kaka. They are trying to control them around these 5-minute runes. Stuns there from DJ to make sure that Fnatic can secure the rune there. And we'll be able to head over before Kaka's able to get round and take the other. So Fnatic getting the rune advantage. Taking the 3 out of the 4. Old 11, he may find Chapster. One more Infernal Blade and the Satire Blast. Okay, they don't get the advantage with the runes, but Old 11's able to get a solo kill down bottom.
They claim themselves, yeah, those 3 bounties, and also Ice, he walked in and he lost one of his bounties versus Dark, but however, he took the whole small camp. So I think it was a double or triple camp that he took away from that Coddle that was pulling constantly. And yeah, this bottom lane, you know, they're trying to make the trade here. They're like, we're not actually getting good farm like you were saying on the Jug, so that tri lane, they have to just get kills out of it to make up for it. But yeah, Old 11 is having a fantastic time on Doom.
He is. Obviously, Old 11 and Kaka, they do have a lot of kill potential to the point where you have to be careful if the supports want to start leaving that bottom lane. As MP will be vulnerable to initiation from these two. They'll have that extra bit of lockdown, the stun, the hex, and then the slam down from the Infernal Blade. It's a lot of damage that adds up if MP does not manage to get out that Blade Fury instantly.
He's very close to level 6 already coming out on this Doom, and your Jug is only 4.5. Yeah, that is very scary. As we do see the support starting to make moves, they're trying to guarantee some runes here. As Kaka, again, being spotted out.
They found him down bottom. They're going to be able to outnumber as well. But DJ actually missing the stun. Kaka's able to easily juke it as DJ tries to stun for the low ground. And Kaka, he's able to walk this one off. He's more than fine. Has a stun to rely on if Fnatic continue to chase. So he's got to keep his cool. He's missed a couple of stuns already. Back towards the mid. They'll get the 2 stuns out onto the puck. They don't have enough damage to burst down Dash. And in fact, Dash is ready to turn. The core's down onto the 2 of them. Moving forward, Old Chicken comes in with a rotation. He's on top of Arbed. They've got 4 heroes trying to burst down the Dragon Knight. Stick charges a pop, but it won't save Arbed. As Keen Gaming get in the mid lane, react to the play that Fnatic was trying to take, and get that kill onto Arbed, knocking him out of the lane, and sort of reducing that threat of that tower going down super early.
That's such a sick TP by Old Chicken. Like, when do you see your safe laner at level 5 make the rotation in when your puck calls for it? That's literally just like teamwork coming into play perfectly. He's just like, they extended a little bit too far here. We committed a bunch of heroes, and we don't want this DK to use DK form and just keep poking our tower. That's, yeah, such a heads-up move there. They know the Doom can't rotate because he's low on mana, but yeah, bring your troll.
As you say, down bottom, Old 11 has got that 6. So to be a little careful down here how close they get to the Doom. I mean, he's pretty much at the point now where Jabs, even Jabs plus MP, they can't really zone this Doom out the lane. He's 45 and 12 on the CS. He is absolutely blowing away the competition on this bottom matchup.
Did you see the skill build too? We saw a lot of 404s or 414s on Doom. He has 131. He's maxing Scorched Earth.
I mean, I guess
the damage that comes from
they just can't kill him as well. If they go on him, he pops the Scorched Earth, he's not going to dodge the damage over time. At bottom, he's able to just dive like this, looks towards Jabs. Kaka's there with a follow-up stun. It's going to be another kill for Keen Gaming. It's just looking all too easy on this bottom lane for Old 11.
I mean, it really does provide so much damage. 40 times 14. Like, crazy amount of damage.
It's a lot. 640 magicals, not.
Yep.
Nothing to shake off. As top lane, Old Chicken. It's a nice juke, and it's not going to save him. Ice in with the Timber Chain will still be able to finish off the kill.
Didn't pop the battle trance. Didn't seem like he wanted to waste it there. Had the opportunity, but.
It's MP. Just to be a little careful. Kaka tries to step forward. In fact, the Kaka taking a lot. Splinter Blast is going to be on point as well, but he is out of range, and Old 11 stands between him and Jabs and MP, so they can't continue to chase the line any further.
Jabs has to stay down, stay near MP in particular, or just have a TP prepared as well soon, just to be able to watch for where Old 11's going to make the move. Because Old 11, he's holding that skill point. He's ready to throw out that Doom if he sees an opportunity. And they have to have teammates there to back up and protect that Jug.
He's got it popped in now, so the ult ready to go. MP as well does have an Omni Slash if King Gaming do start to dive, but it's going to be very hard to find the opportunity to use it. Old 11, again, just posturing incredibly aggressively as this Doom. He knows that he can get away with it. He's top net worth. He's the biggest hero on the map at the moment. He is very, very scary for Fnatic to try and approach us, especially just as these two heroes, as it still is just Jabs and MP down here on the bottom lane.
Yep. Dash is trying to make a move toward top. It's not quite spotted, but Abed, he actually is not risking Dragon forming and hitting the tower right now. When he has creeps actually hitting the opposing mid tower, he's a bit afraid of that coil if he steps up too far from the TPs that what happened before. That was literally like a full creep wave hitting the tower, and Abed just jungled for a moment. So that was a very, he's very afraid in that mid lane.
I mean, I think, after seeing what the 4 heroes coming on the mid lane earlier, it's understandable that Abed's having to be that little more scared of how he goes for those pushes and plays.
See that the Dash is going for the Veil build. So they're versus a Timbersaw, they're versus a DK. They want to have this high magical damage to be able to burst through their high HP. Makes sense, especially like we said, the Troll is their only real physical damage. Everybody else is magical, so. It's really nice having this Coddle. I know they've been picking it a lot, but a lot of teams have been ignoring it, just how powerful Chakra Magic is. Like, he just walks mid and gives Puck full mana every single time after he spams the waves.
Mid lane Abed will pop the Elder Dragon form for a bit of harassment onto Dark. Dark's able to keep himself safe, blast the way back up top lane. Again, Old Chicken is getting chased down by the two of them. There'll be TPs into the Shrine, and that'll pull off Ice and DJ trying to go for any more. But in the mid lane, Abed is actually able to dive underneath the tower and still get Dark. Dark was trying to hang around and push the wave out. Abed gets on top of him with a stun. It's a solo kill for the DK.
Now he's starting to play a little bit more confidently here. As soon as he sees where any of the heroes of the side of Keen are, he knows Puck's making rotations. He's like, okay, I have to take advantage of this and hit the tower a little bit here, even if it can be a bit of a risk from constant TPs.
Yeah, and it was the smart play of sort of moving from two angles. Fnatic diving the Troll up towards the Shrine. Abed knows that King Gaming, they're going to be looking towards their jungle rather than towards that mid lane.
Exactly. There's bottom. Jabs. He's sneaking away.
They were hunting from the other. They have found vision with the courier usage. Smart play there for King Gaming. Gives them the vision to open up. And straight away, they'll drop down the Dream Coil. They've got the magical burst to bring him down low. And a couple more right clicks after the Cold Embrace finishes. And King Gaming will get the pick off.
Patience from Kaka. He had Finger there, but doesn't want to use it. Wants to probably kill the Timbersaw with the Finger. Timber or DK. Even though he can get a free stack there.
That's the thing. But it's such a long cooldown. Level 1 Finger, just as you say, you want it for something bigger. It's a 160-second cooldown.
Yeah.
He's going to get that stat. Within the next 160 seconds, Kaka's going to find some action anyway, and here we have it maybe already. As he comes up towards the top lane, they've got the Will-O-Wisp to set up an Ice and Ice, but he gets the Timber Chain off in time, so he's still able to drag him out. They do have the follow-up stun, and they'll try and dodge this out. Hex to control the Timber once more, bringing him down low enough, and there's the Finger, and that's why you save it, boys and girls. That's why you save the Finger, for the big kills, for the big targets, and they get Ice because of it.
You have to save it for core. Like, in that bottom situation, you're going to get the kill anyway, so. Very nice by them there, taking that out. Taking out that Timbersaw, and when Timber dies like that, it's painful, because then you have to, you make your whole way route, you just put all that effort of pushing the lane into the tower. Now they're able to do the same, and Keen, they get some window here. Actually, everyone just farming and together here is Kaka. Oh! Low mana, walks up for a regen rune, gets killed by the Wyvern.
He's going to have to look for something to drain. So 12 minutes in, 5 for 4 at the moment, 1k lead for Keen Gaming.
With his 0 points in drain.
Oh, he's still not got a point in it.
Yeah, he's 4-2.
Gone full in the lockdown.
He's got a Coddle, so Coddle.
That's very true.
Yeah, walk by and throw him the Chakra.
He doesn't have too many mana problems with the Coddle by his side. Still Old 11, Old Chicken there. They're at the top this game. It's a bit of a race for Ice and MP and Abed to keep up, as Ice slipping a little bit behind on the Timbersaw. As they do want him to become this sort of beast that's unkillable, but as you say, with King Gaming's lineup, they do have ways to kill the Timber. So Ice, he's got his work cut out this game.
They'll always have ways to kill him, honestly. They really do have just so many different avenues to burst him down. His 11 even takes the Scorched Earth damage, so we have 70 times 16, Owen. 1120 over the full duration.
I'll say yes. I believe your math is correct.
It's interesting. I've seen, honestly, like 404 every single game. 414, and then the movement speed Talon as well, for the majority of the time. I know some people do vary, but...
Top lane, DJ with the play tilts back during the draw. Spike Carapace to trip up the Keeper of the Light. We'll see King Gaming if they can find anything in return. Ice actually missing the Timber Chain here, so that will mean that Kaka gets the opening stun. Dash is going to come forward. They have that Veil, so that extra bit of magical damage helping them out. Still, can they finish him off? They have a silence. Old 11's coming in. He's ready with the Infernal Blade to slam it down and take the pick off. It's King Gaming again. They seem to know exactly how much they need for the kill there, as those three heroes doing just enough to kill off Ice. And that Veil of Discord showing its power. Without that, they wouldn't have the kill.
Yeah, I really like that pickup, just as you're saying. The four magic damage heroes on the side of Keen, and they're making space. Old Chicken, even though he got involved early on, he's farming great. Cast a Demon Edge, building toward that Battle Fury.
A very fast Battle Fury.
And they've got great ways of setting up for defense. Whenever the Coddle sees that they're setting up heavily for a push, he just goes there. He's like, whatever. I can always be sure to defend there as long as the Nyx is visible, and they just saw DJ.
Oh, I am Fnatic. They need this kill, and they'll dive for it straight away with the Omni Slash. The Dragon Tail, the blast comes in as well to make sure there's no chance for a battle chance.
They got more.
See if they can do anything in reaction. Kaka is in the trees. They've got the Blade Fury from MP to keep on top of him, and TPs are going to be cancelled. As King Gaming know there's no saving the Lion. Fnatic, they get those 2 kills, quick to make them as well. They know that with that play on Ice top, TPs were used there. There wasn't going to be any backup coming in time for King Gaming. 2 kills and a good pressure onto this tier 1 tower, and in fact the whole of his health gone with this Elder Dragon form. Fnatic making moves with Arbed.
Keen really wanted to defend this tower. The way they're setting up, they're setting their troll there. You know that they're going to be bringing other heroes to TP in, but Fnatic with the quick heads-up play, able to jump it with that high ground ward that they placed.
I can see Ice this game going for the Rod of Atos build on the Timbersaw. It's going to help trip up Dash's puck and make sort of Dash have that other worry in hand. He wants to try and use the orb aggressively to burst down heroes that he's veiled. Now he has to be very careful about doing so, as Ice will be able to hold him down, allow Arbed to walk up, get a stun off, and suddenly the puck's gone.
Yeah, just such a value item, right? Great stats, great everything. Gives you more catch, which, I mean, Fnatic, they have pretty okay catch anyway, but that's going to give them just an easier time for DJ to set up as well. Do we have anybody building a Spirit Vessel on the side of Keen? We don't. I don't believe that they really have a Spirit Vessel carrier either versus that Timbersaw, so...
Yeah, it's true. The
thing is, they have
none of these heroes want to really be building it, even though it's so good against some of these heroes.
Yeah. Mid lane?
You see bottom and an attempt to the setup as well. The Dream Coil's going to be dropped down just onto the one of them. They have a Will-O-Wisp. There's going to be the Winter's Curse dropped in to try and hold them back and stop them from killing off their core target of Arbed. But Arbed still being brought in. The Will-O-Wisp just causing too many issues for Fnatic as they lose that Dragon Knight. Keen Gaming making the moves, and with the pressure on mid, they'll be able to move on to this tier 1 tower. And without the Dragon Knight, not a lot that Fnatic can do to get any kills.
And second stack of that finger coming on. Kaka's actually going for the blink, so he wants to have more catch for his team and set up rather than like going for that Aghanims that we see. Yapsor in particular go for that line pretty much every game. He also has good setup for the Aghanims this game. The Will-O-Wisp as well as the Puck. You actually set yourself up for some good fingers. He might go for it later, but this is a good way with the blink dagger. You can have your Puck initiate, you can have the Will-O-Wisp come in, and then you have this blink follow up and you protect that Willow.
Yeah, all the blinks.
Yeah.
Old 11 ready to jump in too.
He's so farmed on this Doom. Phase, Drum, Blink, Midas. He gets the Doom off on MP, but the spin was super fast. He's actually okay.
Yeah, he'll be able to get himself far enough away from Old 11, so that's Doom used and a kill not found, and that was essentially the blink reveal as well, so
yeah.
A nice little timing that Fnatic have effectively slowed down by MP being able to stay alive from that play.
That was such a fast reaction. It was well prepared there by MP. As Kaka, they're giving him the top lane. He might get pressured here though. SSS has the Atos finished up too.
And he's got a Hex Kaka. Now turn. He's going to try and keep himself at a distance. There's TPs coming in as well. Ice. He does Timber Chain forward aggressively. Back in the jungle, Arbed. He's going to go for the Dragon Tail stun onto 11. They've got the control as well, by the looks of it, to bring down this big old target of the Doom. He's still alive. They'll use the Winter's Curse here, but the Shrine's going. It's healing the Doom back up as Old 11 is still alive, able to turn with the Infernal Play. Ice will go forward and cut him down. They get the kill onto Old 11. Can they get any more? The Cold Embrace on Arbed, keeping him healed up. Splinter Blood's coming out as well. MP moves in with the Blade Fury. Old Chicken, he's falling down low. He's dead as well. Fnatic, they've got 2. Can they find anything more? Dash, he's going to bait out with the orb. He's actually going to jump to it. Arbed is there. See if he's got a Dragon Tail stun ready and waiting. There'll obviously be a phase shift in a time to dodge it, but he's not going to get it off. The Dragon Tail stun connects. Breathe Fire out as well as the Splinter Blast. He's got one more orb to get up to the high ground. That will get him far enough away, but still Keen Gaming losing 3 heroes there to Fnatic. Some great plays on the Wyvern to make those saves happen.
Jabs is like, you banned my Oracle, you banned my Shadow Demon. I've got another one that I can make plays with the saves. That Cold Embrace, absolutely perfect. Also that Winter's Curse, even though it was on top of that shrine that was active, it did what was perfect. It was hold him in position, keep that troll locked down for the rest of his team to surround. And just protect his teammates.
And big action as well for MP. Getting the Juggernaut involved. You see MP shoot straight up to the top of the net worth. This Juggernaut is back on track. He's got this Yasha, Maelstrom, queuing up a Blink. He's very ready to get stuck into the action. He doesn't want to play the long game against this Battle Fury troll.
I mean, you can always just go on top of the backlines. If you can get on top of like any of them, they're just dead every single time. Sure, troll has that, you pop battle trance if you do get Omni slashed, but it's purely defensive then at that point rather than you making a play of yourself. As yeah, he's got the Battle Fury, but they're starting to lose a little bit of control as this game. Now they have another Blink, but yeah, Fnatic, every time they seem they have jabs around it, the fight just seems very difficult for Keen.
Mid lane, they're going to try and jump in onto the DK, but again, a Winter's Curse. It just puts the gank to a stop. Arbed's able to easily walk off. As Keen Gaming, they're walking into the trap of jabs every single time now. He's ready and waiting for these sort of plays, and it costs Keen Gaming a lot. They've invested a lot in these Blink daggers to make these jump plays. If they're not getting the kills with them, what is this item really doing for them?
Yep. And we see this. This is actually a very sneaky ward. It's become more common, of course, on the side of Fnatic, but this ward is actually giving them so much information. That one on the high ground near that hard camp. So every time they do want to make a move out from that mid lane, it's going to be spotted. And right now they're standing under it completely. So we see the Coddle, we see the Doom. They see pretty much everything right now from Keen. So they can just evenly spread out their edge. Ice is going to go push out top lane a little bit here, and DJ might just go scout and try to break the smoke to protect him.
We talked about sort of how nice it would be if Keen Gaming bought a Spirit Vessel, and Fnatic DJ, he has got his, and he's very good as well. You're able to get that down onto the Doom, and then suddenly this Doom isn't quite as tanky as he was before.
Even on the Troll, like your Battle Trance, you're not going to heal through it as much, right? That lifesteal it provides is going to become negligent until you get your Manta or you get your BKB to be able to dispel it.
An extra sustain being built up by Ice. They've got the mech online now, and their Timbersaw Fnatic. So they're really gearing up, ready to go. They really want to try and do something at this timing where the Troll, he has the Battle Fury, but he doesn't have his next big item.
Yeah, they're just doing a great job of, like, they hold the line, right? You look at the tower situation, their two towers are pretty much full HP, and they've been always sitting behind people. You see the way that Jabs is playing, he seems to always be, like, moving right behind one of his cores, the one that he expects to be getting ganked. Yeah, Keen's just playing the farm game now. Like, we've got Midas, we've got Battle Fury, let's try to just farm for the moment until they can set up for a smoke play. They do have the Blink as well as that Finger available on Kaka.
I mean, there definitely is the chance for this lineup to look for pickoffs. It's just, I guess, the last few times they've tried to do that, they've just been unsuccessful. Top lane, Old11's actually going to jump in and use the Doom. He is on his own here, so he's going to try and go for the chase down for the solo kill. Backup is coming in, though, for Ice. Old11 is going for this totally on his own, and now they'll be able to stop him. The healing ward's going to keep Ice safe. Old11's just going to get beat down, and with the Spirit Vessel, he's ticking down. MP actually jumps in with the Omni Slash to secure the kill, but that was a very ambitious play there from Old11. Just trying to run down a Timbersaw. There's a tier 1 tower still top. There's always going to be coming back up in time. And at the same time, mid lane Fnatic, they've got Arbed jumping in onto Dark. They find themselves another. As Keen Gaming, they've bought all these Blinks. They failed at a few ganks, and now they're sort of just throwing their bodies out of the map.
Momentum, I mean, they're actually just straight jungling. Like, Kaka's even just jungling now too. He just did two or three hard camps on a Lion without actually moving or even reacting to try to make some type of play here. Fnatic has kind of got them set up on the ropes for a little bit here.
And they need that BKB on Old Chicken ASAP. That's going to be the point where they can bring the Troll into the fights, and then suddenly they have sort of that carry that's going to be able to go toe-to-toe with MP's Juggernaut.
Yeah, I think one of the big things for me is they need to get some type of vision down. Right now they only have these defensive wards in their jungle, so they actually have no idea what Fnatic's making on the map, and they need to be able to see the backlines. They need to be able to catch this Wyvern. We've seen what Jabs can do, just countering every single gank that they've been trying to do now.
TP's coming in as the Blade Fury will now end on MP, and they'll punish it. In they go with the Blinks with a Finger of Death from Kaka. They'll get the pick off onto the Jug. MP's mistake there, really trying to go up to the high ground unnecessarily into Keen Gaming's jungle. He pays the price.
The one place that they have vision is where he ends up going under, and they're aware that he's alone. They're able to make that quick play. And now they've used Coil, and Coil and Doom will be back up actually at the same exact time. Finger was the level 1 Finger, so it's not going to be that shorter cooldown, but good play for them there. They can keep securing their farm, and like you said, the key timing for Keen is really, once Troll has BKB, then we look to really take all these engagements. And he doesn't have to worry so much, except for the Wyvern. They still have to be sure to find Jabs.
Kaka is now level 12, so he's going to have that shorter cooldown on the next usage of the ult. He's already got 3 stacks. Now, getting 3 stacks up from the level 1 ult, that's a pretty good start here for the line.
Yeah.
You're going to be very happy with that bonus damage. Continue to go full on the mobility and the save potentials, getting the 4-staff up next. Dagon, of course, coming out on the puck, so Dash's magical damage output really amping up with that Veil Dagon combo.
Looks like they want to be trying to take a fight around that BKB timing, because Dash actually had the bots queued up for a while, and then he just buys a Dagon, so that tells me that they want to be trying to make a fight as soon as that BKB happens on the Troll, because they're going to have all their ultis available, like we were talking about. Doom's up, Puck Coil is up, and Doom also has a BKB of his own in a second, so they're going to have a couple pretty big timings on the side of Keen. While on Fnatic, they have their BKB on the DK and the Blink already, so they might actually have the timing before Keen is prepared.
Fnatic's heading up it, but so is Keen. Keen is in the jungle, prepared for any sort of move from Fnatic on this top lane. So we'll see how deep they go. And indeed on the back lines, they've got the Dragon Tail stun. They're able to get in with that Blink from Arbed. They catch Dash totally off guard. Stun from TJ is going to be able to set up for another as Dark is left behind. 2 kills for Fnatic again. Getting caught out like that, Fnatic able to make that sweep around, coming in from the lower half of the jungle, and Dash, he just wasn't prepared for that sort of jump in from the Dragon Knight.
Now they have they have Obs and Sentry down. Right now it's going to get dewarded by Jabs, but actually both of the wards getting dewarded by Jabs and DJ. They were smoked. They were able to just get that instant blink up.
They're straight into the pit. They're going to go for this. They know without the Keeper of the Light and the Puck, that's their 2 sort of major team fight control ultimates off the map. It should be a very easy and quick Roche for them.
And they didn't have to use
unless King Gaming, are they able to get there in time?
It's dying pretty quickly.
I don't think it's going to be soon enough. They may be able to find a pick-off after it unless Kaka goes straight in, but already Roche has gone. MP's able to grab the Aegis. Kaka tries to jump forward, does manage to turn with a Hex. The Doom is attempting getting off, but he can't. He's getting stunned up, held in place. Old 11's dead. And now up to the high ground, Fnatic. They're taking Roche, they're taking the Aegis. They want to take some lives of King Gaming here. Dreamcold and Silence will hold Ice back, but back towards the middle lane. They'll find a Troll left behind. He gets the battle trance up with the Cold Embrace, keeps Arbed safe. DJ's got the stone control. That's Old Chicken dead as well. Fnatic getting themselves ahead of the game now. 16-8, 2K lead. And it doesn't seem to matter how farm this Troll and the Doom are. They still very much die to this lineup of Fnatic.
Yeah, they're not getting they want to be the ones jumping. They have all the Blink daggers, right? They want to be starting these fights, but they initiated already when Roche was dead. And the Doom, 11, he didn't actually pop the BKB, so he blinked in with his Scorched Earth. He just got insta-Carapace and chain stun and dead. So this 2,000 HP Doom didn't actually contribute anything there, but he gave his life for Kaka.
And we will see Dash, of course, he's able to blink out at the phase shift.
In lane, Abed.
See if King Gaming can do something. They are going to try for the Dragon Eye here. He's able to get the BKB off, though, before he's doomed. So he's able to walk away. Old Lemon's trying his best to chase. They'll get the stone control out onto the Puck. At the same time, Will-O-Wisp has been laid down on the back, holding it Ice down. Ice, though, is still alive. Nobody has died yet. The healing ward as well, keeping Arbed safe. Jabs, they can't even kill the Wyvern, as now King Gaming have to be careful. They've committed a lot of ults for this attempt, but they didn't get anyone. Arbed jumps straight in. He has the lockdown required to set up for the chakra to fly onto Kaka. Fnatic, they've got MP and Ice chasing down Old Lemon. King Gaming, they just can't seem to get a break, as that's 2 more kills and pickoffs for Fnatic.
I want a replay of that 4-staff right there by Jabs. That offensive 4-staff on the Doom pushed him up on the high ground to stop him from chasing the DK. That was unbelievable by Jabs.
And now they're straight in the base. Instant jump forward. Omni Slash from MP. He's straight in on the action onto this Keeper of the Light as Dark will buy back. But Fnatic, they're into the base. They're onto the high ground. Kaka, he's able to line up a nice 2-man stun, but Arbed gets the Dragon Tail in response. They try and move in with the Sprout, but the Old Chicken, he finally gets the BKB off. They need kills. Winter's Curse is going to hold back the 2 of them, but still he's trying to chase them down to the low ground. Old Chicken, he's heading forward. Gets the slant to Arbed, but King Gaming, they just can't kill anyone. Every single time, the counter plays are there. Arbed's back in, jumps in with the Dragon Tail. MP goes up to the high ground, Breathe Fire brings him down low. Dark tries to keep it out, not going to get out there. The Carapace holds down Dash. Dash is dead as well. They don't have buybacks. They're taking the tier 3 tower. Fnatic, they're going to take the racks as well.
They're all full health. The Guarding Breeze Beast gets popped, and now they're going to continue. They look like Ice is already preparing for top. He starts beating on the tower.
As Fnatic getting very far ahead. The jump forward here from the Doom, getting stunned up. Old Lemon will get the BKB out, try to hit back onto Arbed. Able to slow down the DK. They're chasing the Finger Dep, and another 4-staff getting Arbed away. Arbed, is he going to tick down? His BKB popped, he's going to live. Ice turns around, gets the kill off onto the Doom. And Old Chicken and Kaka, they can do nothing but sit at the sidelines and watch as Keen Gaming are just getting steamrolled now by Fnatic.
They're never getting in the backlines. They're not doing these simultaneous initiations they need. They have to get the back. They have to get the Wyvern, but they keep getting in the front.
Well, it's a nice three-man stun, but Arbet's able to easily counter it as he blinks on top of the line. Dragon Tail stun, Kaka's gone. Fnatic, they're taking a second set of racks here, 28 minutes in. You said it with their draft. They wanted to play fast, group up at this timing, and Fnatic, they've done exactly what's required with their heroes. Arbet jumps in. Dash has got to be careful. He blinks back immediately to the fountain. But Keen Gaming, they just cannot push Fnatic away at this point of the game.
No, I mean, they've already lost two full sets of racks here, and they didn't kill a single hero. They now have all their ultis available except for the finger, but what can they do?
Carapace, it catches out the park. Dash, they're getting on top of him. He's got a phase shift. Old Chicken trying to commit with the BKB. The Dream Core's down onto DJ and Ice. They do have the Will-O-Wisp dragging them back. Have Keen Gaming got the damage to get the kills? 11 jumps forward, but the Witcher's Curse again, holding back the Doom. The Troll's beating into the Doom. Stun from DJ to hold the two of them down. Omni Slash comes out, bouncing around. Dark's dead. Ronovator's on a dash. He'll get the orb out. They will be able to take the Aegis out of the hands of the Juggernaut, but Old Chicken, he's not got the ult anymore to rely on. Another stun comes out. Old Chicken is dead. Keen Gaming, they've struggled so far to get any kills, and that's GG. I mean, it's totally over.
It is totally over.
Fnatic just playing that perfectly at the end of the game. And Keen Gaming, they had a solid start.
They did.
But they just fell apart, and it got to this point. I lost count of the times that Keen Gaming were jumping in with their blinks and not using their BKBs in time.
Yep, not using their BKBs, and jabs seemed to be there every single time they made a move. It was like, oh, we're going to gank mid, we're going to kill this guy. Oh, a curse. Oh, we're gonna kill another. Oh, cold embrace. Jabs time after time after time in this game, saving his teammates, setting up for ganks. And honestly, they looked a bit lost in that game. And when it hit that timing, when it looked like, okay, they're all approaching these kind of items, everyone's just farming. They're not making aggressive plays. And Fnatic, they're getting timings, they're getting that mech, they're getting the Guardian Greaves, and they're putting the pressure on.
It almost looks sort of worryingly easy for Fnatic to close that one up. It just seemed like Keen Gaming totally lost the plot for the second half of that game. I don't know how you come back from that. This is game one of the best of the three on the main stage. You've just sort of closed up the first game. If you're coming out of this one as Keen Gaming, what do you even say to get yourself back into it?
Maybe need to switch up the preparation a little bit, because you see that Coddle got picked, and Fnatic, they were like instantly Nyx Jug. They knew exactly what they wanted to do. They knew exactly the game that they wanted to play. And even rounding it up with that DK seemed like actually perfect with what they were versed against.
Well, there we go, ladies and gentlemen. Fnatic taking this game one with incredible bravado. We'll see if Keen Gaming are able to swing it around in game two, or Fnatic can continue this magical power and move on to the next stage here at the CORSAIr DreamLeague Major. We'll catch you after the break.